Hi everyone, Andrea Mills here, and this is my second video on a series about transitioning from a laid-back homeschool style to a more structured style similar to the one that we use with ACE curriculum. If you have not watched my first video, it's on preparing ahead of time for the big day, and today we're going to talk about the actual first day and some tips getting through that day. My first tip would be to start school, your first day of school, in the new style on a Thursday. I love starting school on Thursday, our first day, because it gives us only 2 days before a weekend is coming. And mentally, that just makes everything seem more doable. We also have Wednesday as our library day, so that's a day that we're kind of doing some different things. So it really helps break up the whole week, having that in the middle of the week, so we have 2 hard working days, then an easier day, then 2 hard working days, then the weekend off. Second would be to go ahead and acknowledge with your kids that today is not going to be like it is every day for the rest of the school year. In some ways you're going to make it a more fun day than you're going to have later, but in other ways it's going to be harder, and you will get used to it. There's going to be things you like and things you don't like, but you will get used to it. Just acknowledging that and looking for the positives can really help you guys make it through the first day. The next thing I would do is get a nice big bowl of M&Ms and a timer. The M&Ms are a reward for finishing a page, and I would use this for the first, a few days of school. So we'll have a bowl sitting on the table, and as they finish a school page, we go ahead and have an M&M for a treat. And it's really a silly thing, but it does kind of make some happiness and excitement and motivation to keep moving, and just builds a positive atmosphere. And this is not something that I would do the whole year, but in those first few transition days it can be really helpful. Now the timer we use to time them doing a page of schoolwork. So as they start a math page, we're going to go ahead and write down, or we're going to start the timer like a stopwatch timer, and then when they finish we stop it and we write down on the corner of the page how long it took to do that page. And this accomplishes 2 things. First, it's exciting to see how fast they can get it done. When their attitude is positive, especially, it's helpful. And then second, it gives me an idea of about how long a page should take, so that when we're estimating time for scheduling goals for the rest of the year, I can look at a page and have a good estimate of what my child's ability is to do that kind of work, because they're very different. So some kids can work very quickly and other kids just naturally are slower. I have both kinds of workers, some that just buzz right on through, and other ones, no matter how much we try to motivate, they just don't do anything fast. And so I don't want to overpressure someone, but I also don't want to underestimate what they're able to do. So when spirits are high and excited on that first few days is a good time to kind of get a feel for what they're capable of. My third tip for that first day would be to plan something at the end of the day that's something to look forward to. So whether it's a trip to the park, or maybe something of their favorite foods for dinner, or a game night, or something that's slightly unusual, you don't want to go all out, but just something that's a little bit special, so that no matter how the day goes, you have something positive to look forward to at the end of the day. And finally, at the end of the day, go ahead and sit down and have another conversation about how things went. You're going to ask your kids what they did not like first. Then ask them what they did like, and if they can't come up with anything, maybe you could offer some things that you liked about the day, and take note of what they think might make the day go better the next day, and think of for yourself, make a list of the things that you might want to try different the next day, because this is a learning experience and this is just the first day. Tomorrow's going to be a new day, and it's going to be hopefully a better day than the first one was, and before you know it you'll be on your way and having a great time, or well, at least getting things done. Next time we're going to talk about as you go on in those first few weeks, so keep watching for that video. In the meantime, if you want to see any more of my homeschooling with ACE videos, you can check out my channel and go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss anything.